fresh off of July 4th, Steph Curry has arrived in Vegas for Team USA training. Now, our roster is stacked with stars and a few injury risks here, bro. But we're still huge favorites. Yeah, I know that. I like Team...
I just said, yeah, buddy.
No, you're trying to act like I wasn't wearing a Dream Team jersey 1992 when you were in
Look at my guy, Franz Wagner, making the graphic. What
Goodness
a day
gracious.
for
Why don't you become a Germany guy?
Yeah, go ahead.
USA, Canada, Serbia, France, and then Germany tied at 4. Is Team USA a lock for
100% stone cold lead pipe lock. America, since we have been sending the pros, we've won the gold 7 of 8 times. The one time we didn't was such a disgrace, it's still discussed. Since that time we didn't win the gold, we're 29-1. The one loss was a meaningless first game of the Olympics group stage game. They then rolled the rest of the way. There is not another country that in this year's Olympics that has more than one guy that would make our roster. There just isn't. And so you can think about it. You're like, wait, but they have other NBA guys. Yeah, but they don't have another guy. The last guy on our roster is probably Kawhi. You find me a number 2 option on any of these other teams that's like, yeah, he's better than Kawhi. It doesn't exist. So, yes, the United States is a lock to win the gold, Brou, and Wilds. And I'm not waving pom-poms even for America, but I'm being honest here. They're a lock, Brou. Brou's shaking. He's just going back and forth.
He's a student of history.
Yeah. The history says...
We are the heavy favorites.
Yeah.
I believe we will win, but we are not a lock.
Okay.
1, we're old.
Yeah.
LeBron, Steph, KD.
But
2, we're injury prone. Age makes you injury prone, so there's that, those 3. And then Kawhi, AD, Joel Embiid. And you can't give me a player that would make our roster because I could go back to the last time we lost. Was that 2004?
What?
And we could have said that about Puerto Rico and all these other teams that beat us. They got nobody that would have made our roster.
That was a bad job by us.
It was a bad coaching job by Larry. The great Larry Brown, all-time great coach. You almost look at it like, was he trying to lose? I mean, he did some bad things.
But are you blaming that on coaching or roster construction?
That was both.
Okay.
But I thought the coaching was poor in that. I mean, you could have double teamed guys, got the ball out of hands, whatever. But my point is, when the Redeem team won in 2008 and brought back our prominence, and we haven't lost since then.
We almost lost.
They beat Spain by 11.
And
guess what? Spain had maybe one guy that would have made the team.
But a different spot, though, because that Spain team, though, I agree with. I don't think there is any.
They had Pau Gasol, Marc Gasol, Ricky Rubio,
and they had guys. They had been building to that moment as a group together for a decade in international basketball.
I'm going to say this about that.
That team doesn't exist
because
out there
I hear
right
too
now.
much about that. I hear about this. These guys grew up playing together. They're not playing together during the year. No. Half of the players are in the NBA.
I understand.
So they come together for the first time in 2 years. Oh, yeah, we used to play together as kids, and it matters. I mean, maybe slightly, but I don't buy that. Okay. I think we'll win. But I don't think we're definitely like. I could have looked at the FIBA World Cup last year.
See, I
Germany
don't think we
beat
take
us.
that seriously. Clearly,
You got the Team USA jersey on.
We don't have our players.
That team wasn't nearly as good as this one.
Yeah.
But again, Nick, if you just look at the roster construction, you would have said we got the best roster.
Yes.
We always have the best roster, but just throwing together a bunch of all-stars is different from
I agree
a team.
with that.
And that's where Canada, you look at the way they're built. So they got their stars are SGA and Jamal Murray and RJ Barrett's kind of
there it is.
You got a graphic?
Yeah.
There it is, Ross. Go ahead.
You can go.
But that's built like a team.
A real team.
Yeah. That's kind of built
who's
like
the
a
guy
team.
who's going to dive on the floor? Dylan Brooks is going to dive on the floor.
Olenek, Dylan Brooks, Dort. Barrett?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Well, they might be oversaturated and dive on the floor, guys. Who's the guy?
What I'm worried about is what I'm always worried about every year. We have a band with several lead singers. It's the only concern. Anybody want to just chill back there and play bass? Drew Holiday's like, yeah, I guess that's my job. But everybody else wants to be on the microphone singing. So that's why I'm nervous. We have a lot of number one guys. We'll have one person like, hey, by the way, we're not really going to play you. Like, so who's that guy?
Bam and Kawhi.
And Kawhi.
Yeah, because Kawhi's injured.
Okay, so Kawhi will chill.
The
Is
reports
Anthony
are
Edwards
he's
gonna
ready
be okay?
to go. He's healthy.
I don't know. There's always one guy. It's like maybe last year it was Dame,
Dan
and
will be
Dame was a
interesting.
little bit hurt.
Yeah,
but it's weird to be a number one guy, either a champion or the franchise guy. And like, by the way, not only are you on the bench, you might be a DNP.
Yeah,
Maybe if we get a big lead, I'll throw you in.
I think Bam, Kawhi, Halliburton are the three most likely DNPs. That's fine. Like,
I don't think Kawhi came to sit on the bench.
Well, listen, that's probably fair. And if Kawhi's
Why would
healthy, he's more than useful. He's a great player. So maybe Kawhi's the wrong, you know what I mean, the wrong pick there. I'm not certain. But I don't look at this at all similar to the FIBA World Cup stuff. I just don't.
No, this team is better. for sure.
And you're right, it's different between all-stars, but it's also the old guys, LeBron and Steph and KD, are playing because they want to. Yeah. Like, nobody would have blamed them if they were like, hey, I'm not going to do the Olympics this year. So that, to me, is added motivation for them to take it seriously and win. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, I totally think they're going to take it seriously, but
You're nervous.
I
said I expect us to win, but we're not a lot, and you took it.
No,
So you're
I
nervous.
think that we are going to win. I am also nervous. I would prefer if Draymond was on the team. I prefer if Derek White was on the team. I prefer if we took a few superstars off the team and added some real, like, gritty role players.
I will quickly say this, because we're saying we're going to big boy the world, right? They beat us in FIBA last year. Okay, we're sending the big boys.
Yeah.
This is probably the last Olympics we'll be able to do that, where we'll send a team where it's like we're definitely winning. I think going forward it's going to be like, we think we can win. We got a good chance.
Yeah.
But this is the last year. It's like, we're definitely winning.
Okay. He's not very tall.
Maxey?
Yeah.
We got plenty of tall guys. Okay. All right, so the coaching staff at Team USA has some tough decisions to make. Who's going to start? How much playing time do you get? Do you DNP Tyrese Halliburton like Nick wants? Well, here's the good news. We asked you guys to make a starting five and some cogent analysis here. This is what makes the show great. Largely agree.
We didn't talk. We don't
Didn't
know.
talk.
didn't.
With one little change.
Are you surprised I had those four?
Well, no, I'm finding out right now.
Right.
I am surprised that, because I know who my fifth.
Oh, I'm surprised you had Tatum.
I know who my fifth starter is.
So go ahead.
I'm certain it would have been yours.
Oh, nope. The graphic.
Wow.
Let me guess. Can I guess yours?
Yeah.
I'm going to guess AD.
No. Anthony Edwards.
Oh.
Anthony Edwards, which I think might mean he's my guy now.
Yeah.
No.
You're not. What
Y'all
happened?
trying to steal.
Who
You're
did
trying
you
to
pull?
take
You don't even have him
Wemby.
starting.
You
You have
don't
him
even have him
bench.
starting. Who do you have?
The legend.
Who's the legend? Reveal.
The legend. Kevin Durant.
That doesn't. We don't need that.
So can I tell you about my team? You want me to tell you why? And I'm shocked because I almost went AD. I did not really consider Anthony Edwards.
Why not? He's
Because
a
my
guard.
two guards, you see, are LeBron James and
But
Steph
LeBron's
Curry.
not a guard.
He's going to handle the point. All right, for me, because the reason LeBron doesn't
We're
really
tall
run the
guys.
point for the Lakers is because the games are longer.
I'm
FIBA
shocked.
games are 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And you obviously have a great bench, so he's not going to have to play as much. So he can handle the point. I need a guy that's going to distribute. I need a guy that's smart. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't need a point guard that's going to try to get his 20 points first and then pass it when he doesn't have a shot. LeBron, I don't need LeBron to average a lot of points in this, but I need him to get the ball to the other guys. And he obviously now has become a very good three-point shooter, and this is a shorter three. So when it's there, he will drain
We can
it.
go cold, though, too.
This is why I didn't put Anthony Davis on my starting squad instead of, say, Jason Tatum. Because Steve Kerr's the coach.
Edwards or Davis? I'm sorry.
Davis.
Okay.
Here, Steve Kerr is the coach. And if you look at that starting five that I've got, if they want, they can play like that Golden State. LeBron can be the Draymond role on steroids. Steph. Tatum and Durant can move without the ball, and obviously they're all great shooters. And my big is Embiid, who's a phenomenal mid-range shooter. I got shooting. Look, last year in the FIBA World Cup, their lack of size hurt them, and they got out rebounded. So my sixth guy or if I would have to switch because we're getting beat on the boards, I'm putting Davis in for Anthony Davis in for Tatum.
Wow, so Anthony Edwards not even in
He's
your top
gonna
six.
play. He's gonna play. But
He's
no,
gonna be
no,
mad.
yeah.
Second team.
I got to keep it real. I'm shocked. So you got
Yeah,
Your
because
team is small.
I mean,
you need some
it's
tall
not-
guys.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait a second.
You take
Hold
the
on.
ball off the
It's
rim.
Not very. It's
I
not
mean,
small.
we got pounced on the glass.
I understand
in the field.
How tall is Anthony Edwards? 6'4", 6'4" and a
6'4"?
half? So my guards are 6'3" and 6'4".
Yeah.
My forwards are 6'8" and 6'9", and my center's 7'1". That's not a small team.
True.
That is, and it's a team that actually makes sense. This is the same
Mine
thing.
doesn't make sense.
Well, you have three
makes
forwards and a center and a guard.
No, LeBron's playing the point as he is on yours. Who's running the point? Steph?
What? Steph. Steph and Anthony Edwards are my guards. LeBron and Jason Tatum
They're
are my
your
forwards.
guards by
Joel
title.
Embiid.
Who's going to be the primary ball handler on your team?
LeBron James.
Okay, thanks.
But also as far as guarding the other team's
He'll
guards,
be a big, right?
Right.
He'll
Well,
guard
you
more
need
big.
other
I agree with
smaller people. So I think this illustrates why the first conversation I feel as strongly as I do. We're now just we just had that whole discussion and did not mention Kawhi Leonard, Devin Booker, Drew Holiday. And those are your 8th, 9th, 10th guys, or 9th, 10th, 11th. And basketball-wise, it does make sense. It's not. I understand it's a lot of stars wilds, but there's a lot of 5-man lineups that make a ton of basketball sense. They're going to have plenty of shooting. They're going to have plenty of size. They're going to have plenty of playmaking. It's not a lot of redundancy.
No, it's not a bad roster. It's a great roster.
It's a great
I
roster.
can see Halliburton playing a big role, though.
I like
he
Halliburton
is a
'cause
pass
he's not
first
shooting,
guy.
yes.
Right, but he can shoot, but he is a pass.
And I like Drew in there in
he can
I like
push.
Drew
and
there
we need to
too.
push
You're
him,
basically saying what I'm saying.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
at all
you
saying
like
that.
Drew and Tyrese. Tatum needs shots.
What-
Steph needs shots.
Hold on.
LeBron doesn't need shots.
What you were saying
LeBron's going to average 6
was
points.
you
Yeah,
want
right.
just
tall
saying he can
guys
take
who
that
will
Kobe
dive on the
role.
floor.
No, I want.
You want 12
Two
blue
different guys.
doors. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.